Hey everybody, what's up? It is Tuesday, February 23rd. What a great day. What a fantastic day. I love it when the market goes down. I'm like a kid in a toy store. I can't get enough. I mean, I see great stocks at bargain prices. I'm buying. My only complaint is I don't have unlimited funds to buy everything that I want. Most people do the opposite. You know, most people, it's like, when the market's going up, they're buying. I get in that situation, I'm like frustrated. You know, I got to sit there with my hands folded and wait for stocks to come down. So today was a great day for me. I picked up a lot of really good stocks, really good names at bargain basement prices. I feel like I was in some, you know, some elite store, some really expensive store, and everything was on super discount sale. I wasn't always like that. I used to be like everybody else. When the market went down, I was freaking out. I was panicking. You know, my stress level went through the roof. Probably my blood pressure went through the roof. That's how most people are. They panic, they freak out, they stress out, they sell. That's like the worst thing to do. I mean, if you as an investor could just tweak your behavior so that, you know, when the stock market goes down, you see that as an incredible opportunity and you take advantage of it. And likewise, when it's really high, you got to do what I do. You just got to sit there patiently and wait for a pullback. Now, I sent out already a couple of weeks ago to subscribers saying that we get down NASDAQ around 13,125, 13,000 or slightly below on the NASDAQ futures. And that was going to be an area to start buying. Now remember, we were up, I don't know what was the high in the NASDAQ. It was like near 14,000, 13,800 or something like that. So I mean, we came down a lot. That was an excellent buying opportunity. How did I know that? Just some inside trade craft, let's call it that. And it worked out really, really well. Tesla today dropped all the way down. I think it got down to around 610. I picked some up under 700 down at the 650 level. You may remember that I mentioned back in January in a video, and actually I think I talked about this yesterday in my video. I sent out an email on Tesla back in January saying that at 725 to 750, the stock was fully valued based on, you know, projections of vehicle sales, net profit, etc. So we overshot that a little bit, but below 700, especially in the 650 down to 600 range, that's still a great opportunity to get some Tesla stock, hold on to it, build a position. So yeah, today was a fantastic day. I'm seeing more and more commentary now about, you know, the inflation trade. And that makes me a little bit cautious because when everybody piles into something, chances are, at the very least, you may get a pause in that trend or whatever you want to call it, that condition. That does not change, for me, it does not change the bigger picture, the longer term outlook, which I think is still positive based on, you know, record fiscal expansion, more fiscal expansion coming, and that's going to remain a policy condition, you know, like I said, for the entire first year of the Biden administration. I mean, next year, as we come towards the midterm elections in November 2022, might be a different story. You might see at that time fiscal conservatism come back into the political discussion, maybe actually come back into the fiscal policy equation. But I think until then, you know, basically we're going to see very strong fiscal response as we have been seeing. And that's, you know, that's just a bullish environment. Dollar was slightly up today, but you notice the rallies in the dollar are getting weaker and weaker. British pound, wow. I mean, I talked about this last week. And, you know, we're up $141, British pound USD, 141. I mean, that is the strongest of the G10 currencies. And it's exactly what I said was going to happen, you know, going back to Brexit in 2016 when everybody just lost their heads completely and started selling the British pound based on nothing. You know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of the Trump trade war against China, where everybody piled into the dollar saying, oh, that's going to be so bullish for the dollar. Yeah, it would have been if it worked in the way that Trump anticipated. That is, if it eliminated the U.S. trade deficit. But it actually had the opposite effect. It worsened the U.S. trade deficit. So it's like there was a really good lesson to be learned there. I mean, you see behavior on the one hand, which is really attached to nothing more than a belief, which was a belief that never came to fruition. That was a beautiful setup for selling the dollar. The trade war and then that reaction, you know, massive portfolio flows into the dollar based on actually nothing. It all unraveled. It all unwound, as I said it was going to do. Conditions still bearish for the dollar, with the exception of Fed monetary policy, which is an offsetting factor. I mean, that right now, if you want to talk about the one thing that is keeping the dollar from really going down sharply, asset purchases by the Fed, low interest rates, okay? And that's also going to remain a factor. But the overriding fundamental, that's the things I've been talking about. Fiscal deficits, trade deficits, those are going to remain in place until they don't. All right, everybody, go to my website, pitbulleconomics.com. Sign up for a 30-day free trial of MMT Trader. Great day today. You got to train yourself. By the way, you got to train yourself to think this way. I said before, it wasn't always the way I saw things. You know, down markets used to unnerve me like it does to most people. But when you reframe it in your head, and it's not just about psychology, I mean, it's reality. You have opportunity, big opportunity when the market goes down. When you see it like that, I mean, it's exciting. I mean, I woke up this morning when I saw futures down so much and like, I could not wait to start buying. It was fantastic. That's how you really, really grow your portfolio. That's all there is to it, basically. The good companies are out there. We know who they are, all right? They're solid in their industries. They're leaders in their industries. These are growth companies. They're well managed, you know, profitable all the time. You just wait until the market hands them to you on a silver platter at a major discount. That's what you got to do. All right, everybody. See you tomorrow. Bye-bye.